I for Homes TV presents Selling Your House Today with Kathy Nelson and Tracy Nelson. And now, Kathy and Tracy.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Kathy.
And I'm Tracy. And we are a husband and wife real estate broker team with John L. Scott in Redmond, Washington.
And you're watching Selling Your House Today, a weekly webcast that happens every Friday at noon.
These shows are focused on getting you the information that you need in order to sell your house with confidence in today's hot market.
And today's topic is pricing your house to sell. And we're going to give, today we're going to go over the 5 tips to price your house to get it ready and right on the market.
Don't we usually have a guest?
Yes, we do.
What happened?
She or he is not here. It's us.
Yeah, we just decided we would wing it today and see what we could do on our own.
Well, pricing is very important, so why not talk to a real estate agent or two?
Yeah, that's right. So pricing is just a component of the marketing process. There is presentation, promotion. Presentation is the curb appeal or the condition of your house. Promotion is the marketing of your house, but pricing can really be the factor that makes the biggest difference. If it's not priced right, it's just not going to get the traction that it would otherwise.
And those buyers are so educated now with the apps and the mobile devices that they have, and they are just waiting to pounce on a house that is priced just right.
And there's a whole group of them out there. That's what we call the backlog of buyers. Those people, especially in a seller's market like we are today.
In this area, the Seattle area,
there's people out there who are just looking for every house to come out. And if they see the price is not really consistent with what they think it should be, they could pass by your house, and that buzz can be turned into a buzzkill.
Very good. Okay, so why don't we go over those 5 tips?
Yeah, 5 tips. Our 5 tips. So number 1, compare. Compare your house to others that have sold nearby.
And you're going to compare the bedroom square footage of the house, the bathrooms, the landscaping, maybe it's going to be sold as is. The finished product would be maybe a remodeled kitchen. I mean, all of those things come into consideration.
Yeah, you really have to think about the various aspects of the house, but you don't want to use, when you're doing these comparables, you don't want to use active listings. Those active listings really, what they are is your competition. And what they can tell you is more maybe what your house won't sell for if they've been sitting on the market for a while. So
right.
You don't want to use it to determine your price necessarily, but they can have some information to tell you.
So number 2.
Topic number 2 is a market review. How is the real estate market doing in your area?
And we're going to talk about trends, supply and demand, time of the year, the inventory, the interest rates, the economy. Those all play factors in.
Market review. Yes, well, and let's just talk about the time of year for a moment, because it is now fall.
Fall is one of my favorite times of the year, and just think of the curb appeal that you could have.
Yeah, it could be a great time to sell your house. We've just come off the vacation season. Kids are back to school, so fall can be really good. Not to mention,
yeah, go ahead, you do it. I'm all excited.
The tax advantages. Some people might be looking at tax advantages that buying a house before the end of the year could bring them.
Yes. And then the interest rates. The interest rates play a big part of buyers right now too, wanting to pounce because they're like the historically low.
Hysterical?
Hysterically low.
They are, and the interest rates might go up in the future, and it may not make the market quite so good. So interest rates are important to look at. Also, inventory or supply and demand. Anytime you're looking at anything having to do with the economy and market, supply and demand really is a very important function of it. And if there are just a bunch of houses that are on the market, then you may not be able to get the price that you're looking for.
Correct.
But on the other hand,
But yeah, that's true.
if it's like today, seller's market,
There's nothing available right now. So if you put your house on the market today,
you could get a premium.
yes, you could. And also jobs come into factor here, especially in the Seattle area. There's so many jobs coming up with the new tech companies coming in. Google's huge here, Microsoft. I always want to say it's Tesla, but it's not. What is it?
No, it's Elon Musk's
Yes,
other company,
yes.
SpaceX.
So Seattle's a hot market right now.
It certainly is. And jobs, like she says, is a very important aspect that you really need to consider in your market review.
They're looking for homes right now.
We're ready to go on to number 3?
Yes.
Our third tip for today. Think strategically. How can pricing be used as a strategy?
Think of those buyers. I wanted to talk before we go into that about how the trends are with the new appliances. I forgot all about that. That would be into factor. You don't want the older appliances, or you're going to have to lower your price for that. But say those stainless steel, the wood floor, the counter space.
Yeah, these are strategic features of your house.
Yes.
You have to consider when you are thinking of the pricing. By pricing competitively, you get more buyers that are interested in your house and creating that buzz.
And then so you would think of, say, a price range of $300,000 to $350,000, and if you don't connect with the buyers that are searching for that, then you're going to lose those buyers that have that range of $300,000.
Yeah, imagine yourself putting in the price range that you think you're interested in, and you come up with a list of houses. Well, that's the same way that the buyer will be, and if they miss your house because it's just slightly over their range, it could still be their house, but they won't see it. Would be. Consider also that there's a psychological and a subconscious effect for pricing. That old thing about, what did you say, purses?
Okay, so I would think an analogy would be that somebody would want a purse, and it has to be priced just right. Those Coach purses, especially in the fall weather right now.
You got to
really
price
nice,
the Coach purses in the fall differently.
But yeah,
but they're not at the what is a Coach purse? Hundreds of dollars?
Yeah, no, it could be even more than that. So.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, but if you don't price that right, say it's $99.99 or whatever, I don't know how.
Yeah, those are the magic numbers.
Yeah. You want to attract those buyers with those right under the 100,000 mark, and that will help.
Yeah, those century marks is.
Yes.
And it really does have a subconscious effect, even in the housing market, to price it just at that little bit under that century mark, using those magic numbers.
Yes.
Also, you don't want to price it exactly. I mean, let's say you saw a price of a house at $349,763. Well, it's kind of an odd price.
People are doing that more and more right now, though.
And what it's telling you, though, is that this is the price I want. And
you're not going to go under that because I've priced it really strategically.
Yeah, there's not going to be any negotiation on that house. So that might not be the best way for you to price your house either.
Yes.
Are we ready to go on to number 4?
Number 4.
Use your tools. Plenty of them out there. Not hammers or saws, but real estate agents can sometimes be like hammers. And bad joke, I'm sorry. And things like Zestimates too. They're tools.
Well, a real estate agent could actually be a great tool in your tool belt, and so can
Yes,
Zillow.
they can. Well, we had Svenja Goodell on our show just a couple months ago, and she is now the chief economist at Zillow. But she has, we were talking to her about Zestimates, and she herself said that Zestimates are not always the most accurate. They put millions of dollars into that technology, and they are doing a really good job, but not always is that accurate. But as she says, it's a starting point.
It is a starting point, because then you're going to call the real estate agent, like ourselves, and ask for our knowledge and experience, and also a CMA to do
CMA, a comparative market analysis.
to help you.
That's something that real estate agents can provide pretty easily. Just give them a call. You can even call them if you're not planning on using them, and they'll provide it for you, hoping that you might.
Yes, it's very helpful to have.
So don't hesitate to contact multiple real estate agents. And you can get multiple CMAs.
So those are the big tools in the toolbox.
Another thing about a real estate agent is they might have more information about the different sold prices that are in the area that you've looked at, because the final sales price can have other factors built into it. For example, if a buyer wanted help with closing costs, the price of the house might be inflated some in order to offset that closing cost price or value.
That's very important information that we like to share too. Yes.
Back to, are we ready for our hot tip number 5?
Number 5, the last tip of the day.
Got to remember to be objective. You got to think like a buyer and leave your emotions out of it. And that can be pretty tough, to leave your emotions out of your house.
Well, and it goes in stages too, because you're going to be staging before you actually sell the house too. So you're going to get all these tips from a real estate agent, and you're going to let the emotions that are so important to get out of this house, because you're selling it to those buyers that have lots of emotions, that want the countertops you have, or the beautiful view your house has, the landscape yards.
Or if you don't have those things, remember, again, be objective. Don't let your emotions get in and take the place of knowing that you don't have the upgraded countertops or the view or something like that. So really think of it like a buyer would think of it.
Yes, and
you know, it's amazing though, because if it are you amazed?
I'm so amazed.
Well, anyway.
Go ahead, tell me the amazing.
It's fun without a guest, isn't it?
We haven't talked this much in a long time.
Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, the amazing part is that even without some of those the countertops or the view or things like that, if you price it right, it will make up for those other deficiencies in your house.
Definitely. The buyers, if they want that house, if it's priced right, they're going to get it.
They will. Yeah. Remember during the negotiations that price is not the only thing that you have to negotiate with, even though, like we were saying previously, there's various other factors that come into play in the contract that might affect the price, like you got the cash versus financing, or if they're requesting repairs, maybe they're waiving the inspection,
yes.
The help with closing costs or the earnest money. These are all other factors that come into play when you're looking at the final price of the house. And don't forget, you have the final say on what the price will be. Don't let anybody else force any price on you. It's your decision, and you need to make that stick.
So let's go over those 5 tips that we shared today.
One more time. First of all, compare. You want to compare the sold price of other houses in the area with what your house might sell for.
And number 2, market review. You want to check the trends and the interest rates that are happening. 3,
think strategically. Price can be a strategy. Pricing it at the right price could create a buzz and really create a number of buyers that are looking for your house and get you a higher price in the end. So think strategically.
Right. And number 4, use your tools such as a real estate agent and Zestimates.
And finally, number 5, be objective.
That is very important, and this was a lot of fun.
Yep.
We'll have to do this again. And a wonderful show, and I hope it's helped you.
Well, I hope it's been a wonderful show.
Yeah. For you and I, it's been fun.
It's been a fun show.
Yes.
Hopefully we've helped you out, and you'll think of these 5 tips the next time you're thinking of selling your house.
So until next week, have a great weekend.
Definitely.
Go Hawks.
Bye-bye.